They're having their little traditional meeting in the middle, getting ready to talk things over.
You
There's
feel
not
like
that much
being
to
out
talk.
there?
Not me. I'm with
Not
you. Let's go play some football.
This is your game,
Let's
baby.
go. I'm an old person. I'm 40. I'm an old person.
All right, Superfoot.
If you want to wrestle, we can wrestle, but at least getting hit ruins your. I told you, pain hurts. Though, again, Rod, also, I think there'll be a little bit of grappling into this.
I think you can count on it.
I definitely think so, too. Both fighters, oddly enough, look pretty dry. They haven't warmed up very much.
The shoot fighter's very familiar with the ground contact and ground grappling. And there's a nice clinch right there. And that's probably exactly where he wants him to be.
Yep.
That's interesting. Now you see what would be a classic Gracie guard position with the legs wrapped around the fighter. That is actually a very good defensive position. And holding the man's head down just like that just keeps him from changing a punch. Now watch what's going on with that foot. A foot on the back, right where the kidney is just like having a little ninja super glue to your back, Bill. That is not a comfortable feeling.
Seemed like it could kind of pain up for a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, it sure does distract you from anything else. Your primary objective starts to become to get rid of that foot.
That has to be pretty stressful on Ken's neck, the way Pat's holding his head.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, that's real tough.
I mean, they're trying to get close. Now, this is going to be a lot of strategy in this, but there's also going to be a lot of strength involved.
Yes.
And there's going to be some headbutting in there, too.
Very much
right there.
Yeah, you want to hold him a little bit. He's trying to hold him as close as he can. Still hard to change up. There goes a
But they're not trying any really arm bars or chokes or anything. I think he just wants to kind of wear him down.
Exactly. Got some good balance there. Uh-oh, watch this. There's a foot lock. Watch it.
Now, this is one of the locks that is in shoot fighting for the legs. Very painful for that shin.
Very, very much so.
Very painful.
Very opposite.
That's a good strike there to the chest.
What you're seeing is...
That's very smart of Pat, trying to at least alleviate some of the strain that's on that ankle.
But the kid's trying to go for that ankle lock right there, trying to position himself.
He's got it pretty good. He's got it pretty good.
You know, the guy with the longer legs is the gentleman that usually works well on this side. There's the tap out right there. Just too painful. Isn't that interesting? A very subtle move, but a very, very effective move. It is extremely painful. And
I think his knee's been turned out pretty hard there.
Yes, he didn't want to give. You know, take it easy.
Bill, you're dealing with two things there, either a good ankle break or one heck of a Charlie horse.
Now, the one thing is, I think he's kind of working with that ankle because he had a lot of pressure on that ankle.
Yes, very much so.
You ever have an ankle problem?
Not like that. That was definitely real. The pain was there. The man could not take it.
It just goes right to the heart of that ankle.
I can't believe they still want to fight. Look at after all this, they're still going after each other.
This is where the heart comes in. Nobody wants to give, but sometimes the pain is so much.
Bill, you know, that's so true. Nobody wants to lose to a foot lock. There's no glory in that.
But it's still very painful, and you got it. And if it hurts, at the start of it. Here's the replay. Now watch that ankle. Watch what he does with that arm around that ankle. There's a lot of strain on that. Now look at Pat. Pat's trying to use that heel of his left foot to cause a little bit of damage so he can't get that ankle. Watch the ankle now. Now he's going to get it.
There's Ken's move
under
right
there. There's Ken's move right there.
That's exactly what he wants.
Right on the ankle. Right on the ankle. Now, too bad he couldn't bite. You know?
Watch, there's Ken's foot coming over to position his opponent so his opponent can't move.
Yeah.
Right on the groin, and now he starts working the ankle to stretch it. And you see some
still trying to get free.
Oh yes, yeah. It's such a helpless feeling in that position.
Well, I got to tell you, Rod, Ken weighs a whole lot more than Royce does in the hoist. How do you think that's going to match? Even though both seem to be pretty well matched as for the grappling.
Kathy, I got to tell you, if I didn't have some practical experience in grappling, I would say weight makes a difference, but it absolutely does not. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's amazing.